Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday. How are you? This is where I take just a second and make sure that I can go live over on Instagram. So friends there can join us too. And we're live there. And I'm live here. And hello. How is everybody? Please make sure you say hi when you pop in. Let me know that you're here. I'm excited to be with you tonight. We have so many things that keep springing into the shop. No pun intended. Well, kind of a pun intended. I am excited to see you. Hey, Amy, you're the first one in tonight. Hi, everybody. Hi, Liv. Hi, Karen. Nice to see you. Chicken pot pie for dinner. Ooh, Liv, that sounds good. I'm doing great, Liv. Thank you for asking. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. I love seeing all these familiar names and faces and emojis and avatars. Hi, Matthew. So thanks for being here. Always great to have you spend some time with us. It's been another busy week. Do you feel like I say that? Do you say that all the time? It's almost like we're all numb to the word busy anymore, right? Because we're just always going. But we spent the weekend down in Virginia, in Harrisonburg, Virginia. Hi, Teresa. We took Trevor on an accepted students tour at James Madison University. And so now we are, sorry, I'm just getting a little message from Bernadette on our team because we're going to do a giveaway tonight, everybody. So be glad you're here. Anyway, we took Trevor down to see James Madison University. Don't know if there's any alumni, here, if you're around the Harrisonburg area. Anyway, we had a really good trip. Don't know what he's going to decide. It's between James Madison and Miami University in Ohio. Both amazing schools. We're so proud of him. He has a great future ahead. So we'll see what he picks. They're very similar. They're similar in their sort of size. They're similar in their offerings. They're similar in their feel. So I don't know what he's going to choose, but I'm sure we will have an update soon. Hi to everybody who's just jumping in. If you're joining us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, love having you here. Thanks for being here so much. I appreciate your support. If you don't know who I am, who's this crazy person going live, my name's Jill Bauer. Great to see you. I've worked in television for my entire career. Started when I was 21. Believe it or not, I won't tell you how old I am now, but it's older than 29. And for 25 years, I was a program host on QVC. That was, the bulk of my television career was talking about products, sharing stories about products, really being able to put together collections on some different shows I did within QVC. And I left QVC over 4 years ago to pursue some other dreams I'd always had. I'd always had this idea in my head about justjill.com. In fact, I bought that domain in 2012. And long before there were influencers and these affiliate marketing and collaborations, I sort of had this idea of being able to share recipes and favorite curated products. And, the problem at the time was, well, how do you figure out how to make money from that? And so fast forward, in 2019, I launched Just Jill. And a few years after that, it became Just Jill Shop. And that was really from so many people like you, especially those of you who followed me from my days on QVC. Hi, Jan in Idaho, who said, we miss shopping with you, Jill. So we miss Your Home with Jill, which was a show that I did on QVC for a long time, and that really sort of changed the way QVC presented products. They were always presenting it behind a desk and it was, here it is. And then they moved on. And my idea was, well, let's show our customers how to style it, or let's give them ideas on how to use it, or let's script products together where they'll want the whole look. So the only way I could really do that again was by starting to curate products from brands and small businesses that I had always loved. I could really then talk to everyone about things, not that I was being told to talk about, but could really share the stories that were close to my heart. And so we're approaching our 3-year anniversary at Just Jill Shop. It's an online business. We started with a few jewelry pieces, and now we've grown to over 700 products in everything from jewelry to food to home decor to home fragrance, accessories. We have a little bit of everything, and everything has been curated by me and my team. We have a 5-person team. We look for great stories. We look for unique products so that you have that sort of hometown, I hope, hometown boutique experience, that hometown home store experience, where maybe you walk in, you would know the shop owner, they would know you as their customer and show you all of these amazing products that they had brought in. And so that's really our goal here at Just Joe. So, and I'm just Joe. So no airs. I'm just a simple gal who enjoys spending time with all of you. So, all right, we've got a lot to get to. Thank you so much for your comments here. Love reading what you've got. Jan said, I got the wrap in lavender. It's fabulous. Thank you, Jan. So great. There are a few of those perfect wraps still available in the neutral colors. I'm not sure if we have any colors left in the pop of color. And I can't get any more in. Lesson learned. I know next year I'll bring in more, but I didn't know if you all would like the pops of color, if you just only wanted it in black. Clearly, when you find a good thing, it's kind of like when you find like that great pair of jeans or like that great pair of shoes. Does it come in another color? Yeah, so our perfect wraps are amazing. I think every review is 5 stars on every color. It's the same fabrication. If you're looking for something to throw over your arms, you want a little pop of something, even in a neutral, like a white. White would be great for summer, I'm telling you right now, because sometimes it's not so much you're using it for warmth, but maybe just the sun gets to you a little bit and you want to throw something on over your shoulders. Check out the white one. They're all washable. They don't pill. They don't shrink. They're fabulous. And they're $49. Sandy got my grandma's chocolate cake today. I put it in the freezer using for dessert at my granddaughter's first communion. So nice, Sandy. Congratulations on that important event. Since you started there, Sandy, that's the perfect lead in. All my grandma's coffee cakes. My grandma's was the first food brand that we offered at Just Jill. I've had a long relationship with that company and was a customer before I ever presented it on QVC. But for the whole month of March, all my grandma's coffee cakes, all flavors are all on sale. We're $43. That includes your shipping. It's for the largest cake they offer. It's over 3 pounds. You can cut it up into about 26 slices. Obviously, if you want to make them a little bit bigger, maybe it's only 20 slices, but you get a lot with it. And even if it's something you want to save up for yourself, cut it into quarters, put them in individual bags, put those bags back in the box and store it in your freezer that way. And then you can just pull out chunks whenever you want them. If you want that for Easter, get it now. We have all the flavors. There's cinnamon walnut. Yes, Karen, there's the banana walnut. There's pineapple coconut. Blueberry's one of my favorite. I think it's a sleeper. It's so good. There's the harvest apple chocolate chip, the Ted Williams all chocolate. Now that one, can we just talk for a minute? Maybe you're not having that for breakfast. Although if you want to have chocolate coffee cake for breakfast, I will not judge you. This is a judgment-free zone here at Just Jill. But let me just tell you, that Ted Williams cake is like a chocolate sour cream cake with then chocolate chips and the walnuts. You heat that sucker up with a little hot fudge and ice cream. You can thank me now. It's really good. I'm a girl who loves dessert. Everybody's like, loves my grandma's, freezes so well. And here's the thing. If you buy it, put it in your freezer thinking you're going to use it for Easter. Everybody else shows up and brings tons of desserts. And you're like, oh, maybe I don't need this after all. They'll stay in your freezer for up to 9 months without any tenderness, flavor loss, anything. So they do freeze beautifully. On sale. $43. They're normally $48. So it's a nice savings. And I think we're one of the best prices out there right now for that. Remember, our shipping and handling is included in that. And again, it's the big size. A lot of times some people will write in and be like, I see those at my grocery store and they're only such and such amount. Yeah, they're this big. Ours is huge. And you can see it back there. And they're so good. real sour cream, vanilla, bourbon vanilla from Madagascar, Mariani walnuts from California. Like they haven't changed that recipe in the almost 30 years that I've been buying those cakes. The absolute best. No trans fats, certified kosher. So just an excellent product. We're so proud to carry them. Penny said, I bought the blueberry my grandma's coffee cake, served it at my daughter's baby shower last week. Everyone loved it. I told them it was from the Just Jill shop. Yay! Thank you, Penny. Blueberry is my favorite. And you know what? We served blueberry my grandma's coffee cakes at my baby shower when I was pregnant with Trevor. All those many, many years ago. In fact, my daughter, Emily, or my best friend, Emily's daughter, Julia, who was, gosh, like young, maybe 7, then 8. She came with Emily for the shower, and like we had to be like, Julia, enough, because she loved that blueberry cake so much. So anyway, so check out my grandma's, on sale all month. And again, you might be like, oh, good, I'll make a mental note of that. Make sure you get it. And if you want it for Easter, I would make sure that your order is in by next week. Again, you can put it in the freezer. Just don't wait too long, because they usually ship out. You know, they try to ship before the weekends. They're busy with other people's orders. So if you want it for Easter, make sure you're placing your order. I think you got the message there. Since we're on a food kick, real quickly, can I reintroduce you to a brand that we introduced last year here at Just Jill? And so excited, they're back. They did a little retooling with their packaging, but guess what's back? And if you've tried these, I want you to give me some comments, because they also have great reviews. Blake's Mother's Shortbread cookies are back, and you asked for them in these larger bags. So now we're doing your choice, or you can do a variety pack. You're going to get 4 bags. Each bag, I think, is over 6.5 ounces. Okay. These are from Westchester, Pennsylvania, right here. This is a mom who perfected this recipe. She would bring them. People would be like, oh my gosh, they're so good, you should sell them. And so she started packaging them, and she does. And they're done in what she calls these short bites. So they're these wonderful small sizes. Do you like shortbread? I love it. And what I find, I mean, first of all, it's totally rich, right? It's butter and then some. Minimal ingredients here, all non-GMO. I love the small size, because when you have food that's of really top quality, do you ever notice how you don't have to eat as much of it to be completely satisfied? And that's how I feel about Blake's Mother's cookies. You don't need 5 handfuls of them. Like, they're so good, you might want them, but really for that cup of coffee, cup of tea, maybe a little scoop of ice cream on the side, maybe just a little nibble, you don't need tons of them, because the flavor, the buttery, the crunch, the subtle sweetness, because it's finished with a fine sugar, it's just perfection. They're the best shortbread cookies I've ever had. I absolutely love these cookies. And so here are the flavors. If you do a variety pack, you'll get 1 bag of each flavor, or you can get 4 bags of any of these flavors. So there's the original. Okay. It's the East Hampton classic shortbread. Again, simple ingredients. The ingredients are flour, butter, sugar, and vanilla. Pretty simple, right? Good old homemade shortbread. There is the Montauk macaroon, which has some coconut and a little bit of organic coconut flavoring. What I want you to know about all of these, and again, if you've tried the Blake's Mother's cookies, please let us know, because I want to share the comments. But the thing about all of these is you never lose that buttery shortbread taste. And then it's enhanced a little with the coconut or the other flavors I'm going to tell you about. So when I say that this is macaroon, I don't want you to think, oh, it's a coconut cookie. It's not. It's a shortbread cookie with a hint of coconut. It's so good. Then lemon shortbread. Okay, these are fantastic. And for summertime, when you have guests over for book club, mm, mm. Can I just have a moment? They crunch, but they still like melt in your mouth. Do you know what I mean? When you have a cookie that's like, because it's tender. I don't know why I'm doing this. You know me, I talk with my hands. With just that hint of fresh lemon, incredible. And then this one, yeah, they're so good. And then this one is unusual. And I think some of you are going to be like, oh my gosh, that's the reason I'm getting the variety pack. Some of you may not get it. It's okay. When I tried it, okay, first of all, when you smell the bag, look at all those. Oh, they're so good. This is lavender. So it's flour, butter, sugar, and lavender. And the same way you would have like your lavender tea, you know, there's just like a little hint of it. Very subtle, but just fabulous. Like very gourmet. Izzy said, my husband would eat the whole bag in one sitting for sure. Portion it out. So anyway, simply the best. On the back of this, I have to take my glasses off to read this. The grab and go minis of our signature shortbread are crisp bites of cookie poetry that melt in your mouth, linger on your palate, and make you remember them long after the bag is empty. This one is the lavender. Savor the flavor of sun-kissed lavender flowers. Bite into the light, delectable morsels, a heavenly crunch of buttery shortbread, and finely ground sparkling sugars. Our customers tell us these are the best they've ever tasted, period. Baked with love, using premium ingredients. How could they not be amazing? So, love these. Think ahead to Mother's Day for these. Yes, I agree. Lavender is so good in baked goods when it's done right. These are done right. So get a variety pack if you've never tried them or have fun with these. Also great if you're going to be on a road trip. Nothing to melt here. So again, like I know baseball season is getting ready to start for Trevor. So there are going to be a lot of times on the weekends where we're going to tournaments. And I always like to throw some snacks in there, but you never know. Is it going to be hot? Is it going to be cold? What if I throw in something with chocolate and then it melts all over my bag? So no melting required here. Delicious quality. We love Blake's Mother's cookies. Lorraine is the founder, and she is a trained chef. So that's why I think like there's such perfection. Amazing how perfect just a few simple ingredients can turn into something delicious when the right person is at the helm. So Blake's Mother's cookies, get all four or get four of a single flavor. You will not be sorry. Okay, one more food item, right, to share. And in the January, February timeframe, we had the Bowers Candies Majescas. Those are delicious, handmade, hand-wrapped candies made in Kentucky by Anna Bauer, fourth generation, the first female to run the company. And we introduced you to these wonderful boxes from Bowers, and you could get 2 boxes of their classic and 2 boxes of their limited edition white chocolate raspberry. Well, today we're now able, white chocolate raspberry, whoop, moved off the assembly line, and in its place, white chocolate strawberry. Delicious. So many of you love it. So you're going to get 2 pounds of the Majescas. You'll get 2 boxes of the original, just like this, these brown craft boxes, and 2 boxes of the white chocolate strawberry. Now, let me just tell you a couple things real quickly. What is a Majesca? A Majesca is homemade and homemade. Homemade marshmallow. So not like spongy ones you're buying in the big bags, not the big Stay Puft Man that you buy at the grocery store. They are softer, creamier homemade marshmallow that then is enrobed in homemade caramel that's made the old-fashioned way in big copper kettles. And so then they pour the homemade caramel on top of these pillows of homemade marshmallow, and the result looks like this. Here's what the Majesca look. Okay, Here's what the Majeska looks like in your box, hand wrapped, still hand wrapped candies. Like, you know, if you were watching Little House on the Prairie, remember this? Am I totally dating myself? And you went up to Nelson's, was it Nellie Olson, the Olson Mercantile. Nellie was the little brat, remember? But you would go to the Olson Mercantile and then you'd ask for some candy from Mr. Olson and he'd, you know, hand wrap everything and give them to you. So it's like this, you know, old world classic hand wrapped candy. They're this size. And then I cut one, actually Kylie did this, cut it in half so you could see on the inside is that marshmallow. And then you can see how soft it is. And then look at this. Delicious, homemade, so good caramel. All right, really good. The white chocolate does not mean it's going to be covered in white chocolate. They actually mix into the caramel white chocolate and fresh strawberry puree. So you'll have a hint of that strawberry creaminess with the white chocolate, like strawberries and cream. You'll have a hint of that in the caramel. And then as you bite into the pillow of the marshmallow, enjoyable. So think about those two for Easter. Those would be really nice to put out. Also nice to put out for Mother's Day. There is a finite time where Bowers brings you those white chocolate strawberry Majeskas. So get those while you can. All right. Hey, that's a pretty good start, but we have more. Okay. Can we talk about a couple new home decor items? And then I also am going to show you some brand new power beads. So stay tuned for that, and brand new pieces of jewelry, including this necklace I'm wearing from Grit and Grace, including also some new designs from Grit and Grace. And if you don't know what Grit and Grace is, stay tuned. All right. All right. Let's talk real quickly about home decor. A couple things that are sort of indoor, outdoor. We put a few things up, you're buying them already. So first thing is, look what I was able to get a quick turnaround reorder on, our beautiful rose. I'm going to turn this off. So we debuted these last week, sold out of it. Oh my gosh. So I was able to call our partner that we work with. I was like, do you have any more of those sandstone roses? Oh my gosh, they love them. And so, yes, we were able to bring in more. And I have to tell you, like about half of what we brought in is already gone. So if you're wanting one of our sandstone roses, this is made from a combination of sand and resin. It has all these beautiful petals going all the way around. And you can see there, okay, super pretty. Oh, Amy, you got yours. And oh, I'm so glad you like it. On the back, there's an on and off switch. And when you turn it on, it will give you a 5-hour timer. So the first time you turn it on at a time where you want it to be on that time every single day. You can use these. Oh, good, Sandy. I hope you love it. You can use these indoors and you can use them outdoors. Using them outdoors, here's your battery. Okay, so you're going to put in, sorry, I forget what they are. Let me look. 3 AAA batteries. Okay, 3 AAAs. If you're going to put this outside, you're going to get this little rubberized piece that will fit over it. So once you turn it on the time that you want, put that rubberized piece down all the way around it. And then that will allow you to sit it outside. So if you want to put this out on your little outdoor patio table, if you just want to look out right now, you know, the days are going to start getting longer. It's daylight savings time this weekend, but however you use it. Like I love it indoors too. I think it's so pretty in a curio. It's so pretty next to maybe family photos. It'd be pretty as a nightlight in your powder room. So many things you can do with it. Kylie, could we dim the lights just a smidge?
I guess.
Here you can kind of see like how it glows. Look how nicely it glows all the way. We did this last time. Maybe turn this off too. It's going to get really dark. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so but look at the glow on that. Isn't that beautiful? Sorry, the camera's going to try to compensate a little bit, but now it doesn't look so good. Oh, all right. But just, hey, wait, turn that off for just a second, Kylie. Still to come. That's coming up too. Ah, so good. All right, let's get a light back on. I don't think you need to turn that one on. Let's just use these. Stay tuned. Should I tell a haunted story? All right, but there you can see all the detail, super pretty. I love how it glows all throughout. Just beautiful. So if you love this, make sure you get it. They're $31. That includes your shipping. Please remember, everything at Just Jill, every price you see, that always includes the shipping and handling. So it's not like there's a shipping and handling on every product. it's not like if you order 5 things, there's suddenly going to be a surcharge for that. Shipping and handling included in all of our prices. I was just ordering from somewhere today and I was so annoyed because I ordered 3 things and every item had its own shipping and handling on it. Made me almost want to cancel it. But I didn't because I wanted to get these items just to see if they would work for something I'm doing. But gosh, that's annoying. So we don't do that here. Shipping and handling is built in. So when you see a price, that's your price. All right. So get those roses because as soon as the days start getting longer and then the weather starts, warming up a little bit and you're wanting to be outside and you want to surround yourself with all these pretty things. I'm not sure if I can get another reorder on those this year. So get them. All right. Speaking of that beautiful solar lantern bird I showed you. Oh my gosh, I love these so much. So this is also from the same partner that we work with that does those rose lights and a lot of our Christmas decor, and they're just amazing partner. And I've eyed these in their showroom, and this year I said to Bern, I'm like, we've got to figure out how we can do these. So I love that it's this jar, and it's like a kind of a subtle crackled matte finish jar. I love that it hangs from this rope. You have your bluebird and floral branch design on both sides. So if if you want to sit this on a table, if you want to hang it from an S hook, but it comes with a stake too. And for these stakes, you're just going to twist the pieces together. Okay, so you have to put the stake together. It's 3 pieces. If this middle piece makes it too tall, you can just do the top piece and the bottom piece. There it is there. But you get the stake and you get the solar jar with the bird that I just think is so adorable. And then a couple other things I want to tell you about. There will be a plastic piece on top of your solar panel here. You'll need to peel that off. Let's be smart here, okay? I'm not saying this to insult anyone, but I can't tell you how many times I had to tell this story when I was working at QVC about solar items. This is not going to glow for you if it's not in an area where it can receive good sunlight to charge that solar panel. So as much as you might want something to light up underneath that big oak tree in your backyard, if underneath that oak tree is shady, it's not going to allow this to collect the light that it needs to give you the glow that you want. So just make sure you're putting this somewhere where sunlight can really charge that panel. This piece will come off. It does have a little rubberized gasket, and I just want to make sure the fairy light strand is connected to that piece on the inside, okay? And then here you will have your on and off switch. Oh, Phyllis, you got yours today? So glad. So I'm glad I'm showing you this. So here's your on and off switch, all right? So make sure when you get this at home and you've peeled off the piece of paper on the solar top, before you set it out to charge, take off the lid and make sure you slide it over. It says on and off on the inside. Make sure you slide it over to where it says on, okay? And it's kind of covered in a rubberized protectant to, again, keep this something weather resistant for the outside. And then, can we dim the lights again, Kylie? Mm-hmm. And then when it gets nighttime, so you're loving looking at it like this during the day. Oh my gosh, it's hanging in your walkway. It's hanging in a planter. And then nighttime comes and look at the glow of those fairy lights inside the jar. Isn't it so good? Oh, I love this so much. So bright and twinkle. The lights don't twinkle or anything. They're just a strand of fairy lights, but you get beautiful glow, really pretty detail. I love the rope. I just love everything about it. I just think it's really fun and really sweet and a nice piece to have. Can you fill it up with candy? Well, I don't know why you'd want to do that, Liv, because again, I mean, I guess if you didn't want to use the lights with it and just use a jar that way, that's totally an option. But the idea is really for it to be something that glows outside. Hang on just a second. I forgot to put do not disturb on my computer, and I'm getting all kinds of messages, and I don't really want to talk to anybody right now because I'm too busy with all of you. Okay. So Liv, again, if you wanted to take the lid, and remember the lights are attached to the lid and you have to hit the on button when you do this. But if you wanted to take this out, maybe in the off season and just use that and fill it up with something, why not? Sure, go ahead. All right, so that's our new, and if you really love this and this does well, there are other motifs that they have, including some for Christmas. Wouldn't that be fun to have outside by your front walkway or out in the back in the wintertime? Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so check those out. Those are brand new. We can turn our lights back on. Thanks, Kylie. Really love those. I've eyed those for a long time, so I love it when we can find ways to make things work. Okay. Merle just ordered, looking forward to receiving it. Okay, thank you, Merle. Thank you. Hope you love it. Okay, something else we have. We introduced these a while ago. So our wind spinners. And I this time I kind of pushed this one back into place because I wanted to show you how it comes flat and then how you're going to push it open. I have to tell you, I go hot and cold with the whole wind spinners. It has to be just right for me. Sometimes I don't really like the artwork. Sometimes I don't like the way they're colored. Sometimes I just don't like the pattern. Sometimes I feel like you see them a dime a dozen on the boardwalk, so they don't look that nice. But again, this is another one of our great partners that we work with. And I should have known, like, if they're going to do this, they're going to do it in a really nice way. So it has this really pretty butterfly. Hey guys, also don't forget, we're doing a giveaway at the end of our Facebook Live tonight. So make sure that you comment somewhere in the chat because that's how you're automatically entered with our little AI tool. We're very fancy here. But anyway, and what we're giving away is one of our wind chimes. It's a cardinal wind chime. All right, so make sure you enter. All right, so here is this pretty butterfly. And when you get this at home, it's gonna be flat like this, okay? We had pushed this open one, so it'll be totally flat. What you need to do is see how this centerpiece is more solid. So you're going to kind of hold on to that, hold on to the other side and sort of push it. I'm going to do it this way. Push it so that it twists and opens this up. And once you get it opened up and you can decide how far you want to go with it, how much you like it. It comes with the hanging top, and then when it spins, it looks like a light show. And I love, one of the things I really loved about this particular version was the colors. Like, I love that there's these pretty pinks and purples that are on this. I love the scale of it. I love that it could be open, but it's not too open. I like that there was this solid flower in the center. And whether it spins one way or spins the other, you have this beautiful reflection. So really nice gift for somebody. If it's their first season or summer, springtime in a new home, an apartment, you know, this could go on a small stake in a large pot out on your back deck or patio. You don't have to have big trees or anything to hang something like this, but you're right, Janet, it is mesmerizing. And if you have one of these out in your backyard, you know, they add something so unique to that space. And again, I'm picky about them. Some of them don't give you quite the like reflection and light that others do. I think that people, like, once these hit the market, like, you know, every brand USA thought they could make them, and they didn't pay enough attention to like what colors really reflect and which ones don't, and how to space them the right way so you have that pretty reflection. So I think our partners did a great job on theirs. So if you like the idea of having a wind spinner, here's our pretty butterfly, and that is available if you would like it. Something else we have that's sort of indoor outdoor that a lot of you might like. In fact, I know you like it because we sold out of them last year. We brought back our sweet leaf with the little bird. So again, this is a verdigris, has a little bit of a worn look to it, has that kind of gold tipped to match back to the sweet bird there. This is indoor outdoor. So if you wanted to use this for a soap dish for some of your soap rocks, you could do that. If you wanted to put some wrapped candies on there, you could do that. Potpourri totally works. Just a pretty little, object that looks nice on a coffee table. Maybe it's where you sit your remotes or keep your eyeglasses. Maybe it's a little valet tray on your kitchen counter where you put your keys and, your phone, those kinds of things. I mean, it's just, the bird is so sweet. The leaf itself is that beautiful verdigris. It has a nice weight to it. This is not thin and flimsy. It really feels nice. Look at the way they did even the leaf design there. That raised motif there, I think, is just incredible. Just shows you the artistry and the things that went into making that. So we brought these back. People have loved them. I will say, like, talking about using it as a soap dish, like if you have one of our large soap rocks, that's a really, really nice kind of oversized soap dish if you wanted to use it that way. Oh, Marilyn, mine is sitting on my front porch now, had been all winter, looks darling. Oh, I'm so glad you love it. Thank you, Marilyn. I'm so glad. I don't know what it is about this piece, but it is darling. You're right. Like this chubby little bird and this pretty leaf, and just the way they executed everything, I think, is fabulous. So these are back in stock. Check those out. And we also, let's see here. Can I do one quick? I had my Just Jill site up a little while ago. What happened to it? We do have, I'm going to share a screen real quickly. Don't go anywhere. I just want you to see real quickly. Let's share a screen, share a screen. Yes, I know how to do it. Thank you very much. Okay, so here over at justjillshop.com. And if you're new to shopping with us, this is where you'll go. This is my website. This is my business. This isn't anybody else's business. But if you look in our decor collection, here's that indoor-outdoor bird leaf that I was just showing you. We introduced these last week, and I just want you to know they're the exact same. They're from our friends at Roman. They're a really nice size, and they have the same finish both on their base that works back to the leaf and the birds themselves that work back to the bird that's on that bird leaf. So if you wanted to create a little vignette on a coffee table and a side table, on your lanai, on your patio, your porch, wherever you sort of do that entertaining, that certainly is something that you can consider. So I just wanted you to know that's designed to work together. All right, and then I showed you, I shouldn't have pulled that down. I showed you this soap, this beautiful soap rock in the labradorite. So we sold out of these last week too, but we have them back in stock. I was able to get another order from both soap rocks, and more importantly, I was able to get another order from the soap dish that we paired with this. So do you guys mind if I just show you one more time real quickly? I'm going to share my screen again. And let me show you those soaps with the soap dishes. Are they on here? Some of you got your Loomis lanterns. I want to know about those. What you thought when you got them at home. Let's see here. Are they here? Here they are. All right, so take a look here, everybody. So you'll get the large 6-ounce labradorite soap. We've never done labradorite, and we've been carrying soap rocks at Just Jill for almost 3 years. And then we found these awesome soap dishes. It's an enamel covered metal soap dish. It's 2 pieces. So the little drainage holes that you see there drip down, that piece removes off, and you've got a little drip tray underneath. And then you can choose from either the green, the taupe, the white, or the blue. And I love that we found these soap dishes because every color looks incredible with this labradorite soap. So I just wanted to call attention to the fact that we were able to get those back in stock because they did sell out after we did our show last week. This is a very light floral scent. If you're wondering what the scent is for the labradorite, this is a large 6-ounce size. So, and you can just see, like, look at the iridescence of the greens and the blues and the grays. Look at that. It's awesome. Labradorite is like my all-time favorite gemstone. If I could only wear one gem, I would pick labradorite, even over diamonds. Like, I just love it. Goes with everything, looks amazing. So to get it in a soap rock and have it in your home, incredible. If you don't know about soap rocks, they're made in the USA. They're made in Oneonta, New York, an amazing studio of artists. The founder is a guy named Todd Pink, who's been a good friend of mine for many years. He is a geologist, so he understands rock formation. So he's the scientist who's also like uber creative. He's an artist. And so he created soap rocks to give you this experience as if you had mined a gem from the earth. And then he infuses the soap with all of these vitamins and minerals and natural ingredients, organic ingredients. It's vegetable-based glycerin. It's a jojoba and calendula, comfrey, aloe vera, all of these amazing ingredients that give you a super creamy lather, so good for shaving. Ladies, you've never had a shave under your arms or on your legs. Great to soften the bristly beards. It's just a phenomenal product. And I know so many of you love soap rocks too. So check those out. All right, couple other new things real quickly. We've been carrying Grit and Grace here. Oh, Jan, you got the lanterns, the Loomis lanterns. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. Oh, you all responded amazing to those Loomis lanterns. And I was just kind of just waiting to start seeing some of the reviews come in, because I just hope that when you got them at home, you felt as strongly about them and how cool they are. Gina got yours, haven't opened them yet. I just hope that you love them as much as I do. And I know a lot of you haven't put them out yet because it's just maybe the weather isn't quite appropriate. But I hope once you start hanging those from trees and stakes around your homes and patios and balconies and everything, I just hope you're like, oh, one of the best things I ever bought. So that's what we love to do, is find those cool things for you. Grit and Grace. So Grit and Grace is this little shop located in Charleston, South Carolina. And we were so lucky to be introduced to Rachel, the founder of Grit and Grace. And we've been carrying her beautiful decoupage, gilded gold oyster shells for, again, almost 3 years. Grit and Grace was one of our early vendors here, one of our early partners at Just Joe. And what's cool is, while there's always this sort of core look of these oyster dishes from Grit and Grace, there's always new ones coming down the pike. So we were excited when Rachel reached out and said, listen, I just worked with an artist, so I'm taking her artwork and I'm decoupaging them onto the shells. Would you like to offer those at Just Joe? Yes, please. This is one of my favorite gifts. If people say, what kind of products would you recommend from your shop? Well, I always recommend our home fragrance. I recommend our home decor items if you're looking for those things. And as a specialty gift, my 2 recommendations are almost always Power Beads by Jen bracelets or Grit and Grace dishes. And we're going to show you both of them tonight. So the brand new ones, if you've never seen these. So the team at Grit and Grace, they actually recycle these oyster shells from local restaurants. They gild them in the gold. They put on the base so it'll sit flat on your table. And then on the inside, they decoupage these beautiful patterns. And so this artwork is from a local Charleston artist by the name of Rebecca Illustrated. And she does this beautiful homage to Charleston. I had never been to Charleston, South Carolina, but we took Trevor on a tour there at the College of Charleston this summer. So I had a chance to experience Charleston for a couple of days to really sort of immerse into what it's all about. We saw the Grit and Grace store while we were there. And it is filled with hospitality and Southern charm, and it's right on the water. So of course, that ultimate symbol of welcome is the pineapple. And you can see how it's just decoupaged into the center of the shell. All this gold work paint on the outside is all done by hand. So as a gift, for a housewarming gift or a hostess gift, this symbol of welcome, I love it. People will say, well, how do I use this? Well, it's great to use it as a little ring dish. Lynn said I've given several as gifts and everyone loves them. They're so beautiful. They are. It's, a great little place to put your jewelry while you're washing your hands doing the dishes, maybe at nighttime. They're pretty just little objects of art, just to have out on a table. They're just, you could use it as a little salt dish if you wanted to when you're cooking. They're special and unique. So that pineapple is brand new. Then there's also this one. I love this one with the scene from the water, that double mast boat there, the dock, the water, a beautiful sunset or sunrise sky, just absolutely gorgeous. Again, each one's slightly different because each shell is different, but they find a way to create that beautiful scene. And then finally, this one I just think is so charming. So here is this beautiful welcome window, as if you're walking down the streets of Charleston, seeing these beautiful homes. I mean, these homes that, date back hundreds of years, and all these flower boxes where the flowers are just spilling out, dripping over the side. It's so beautiful and charming. The colors of the homes is just spectacular. So this has a very welcoming kind of cottage look if you've ever been to Charleston, South Carolina. But listen, you eat all this amazing food, but do you really ever buy yourself souvenirs? Maybe not so much. But then you look at this and you're like, oh, I remember those windows and flower boxes. I'd never seen anything like it. So this might be a nice remembrance if you grew up near there or traveled there, something nice for you to have. And if those designs don't float your boat, but you love the idea of this as a gift, we have dozens of patterns of grit and gray shells over at justjillshop.com. There are some sort of coastal designs with turtles and shells and crabs. There are tropical flowers. There are blue and whites. There's all kinds of different designs. There's one with lemons. There's one with little bumblebees, super cute. So there's lots to choose from, but these are our brand new ones. Because these are from the artist series, these are priced at $45. Again, that includes your shipping and handling. They come in a grit and grace box. Do we have one, Kylie?
We do. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I'll get the box to show you what these will come in. So it comes really nicely packaged. If it's not from an artist series from Grit and Grace, then they're $40. Again, that includes your shipping and handling. So there's the packaging. The world is your oyster, and you'll open it up on the inside, and your beautiful shell will be nestled there. Okay, so that's how those will come packaged. All right, a reminder too, this time of year is a great time to be rethinking your home fragrance and how you want your house to smell. Again, I'm sure you'll want to be opening those windows, sort of airing things out from the winter season. But just a reminder that our wonderful With Grace fragrance, oh, if you love the Amazing Grace fragrance from Philosophy, I think you will love this fragrance. It's very similar, clean, soft, feminine. It's a quiet fragrance for those of you who don't want anything overpowering, just maybe a whisper of something to enjoy. And it's in this pretty metallic pink finish. So there's our With Grace. And then, of course, our home fragrance is our staple. I know a lot of you, when Laura Geller was here in February, she was waxing poetic about how much she loved it. So if you've tried it because of Laura or you've used our home fragrance, I love it in the blue jar, but we also have it in white. And our home fragrance is how I want my home to smell all of the time. It's a signature fragrance for us at Just Jill. It's sugared pomelo and mandarin. It has some lush green to it. So it's a little bit tropical, but there's a little bit of sweetness, and there's a clean note that runs through there. So it's never heavy or overpowering. It's just how I want my home to smell. It's how when people walk into my home and they're like, oh, your house always smells so good. Welcome home. And that's our home fragrance. A quick touch on jewelry. Oh, thank you, Penny. Our home fragrance is the best. We think so. We think so. I'm glad you do too. And Sandy, love the With Grace. Yay. So glad. Hey, do you guys have any suggestions on fragrances? I was just talking to candle maker Ed last week, just checking in on him and also saying thank you for being such a great partner and, working so hard to get all of your candles out. We were brainstorming a few ideas for spring. I will also say, for those of you who do love a little bit of a bakery note, make sure to check out our lemon pound cake. That quickly rose up in like the top 5 of, we've had probably 3 dozen fragrances, but like lemon pound cake shot to the top. So that's a good one if you want something clean for spring with a little bit of that bakery note to it. It's really, really good. Wanted to tell you real quickly to go back to Grit and Grace. We're debuting these brand new necklaces from them too. And I think if you're like me and you have an affinity for the beach and the shore, if you remember growing up and collecting seashells, maybe there are some special memories and vacations that you took. Grit and Grace also does some wonderful jewelry. So we have a couple of new necklaces. They're adjustable from 15 to 17 inches. They're brass with a gold plating over them. I'm wearing one that has like a little faux pearl to it. Can you see it? There's a little pearl there at the top. It's all solid. It has this really pretty detail. I'll take it off so you can see it a little bit better. We also have the cone shell. So isn't that pretty? I love the shape of that. And they gilded that with a little bit of extra gold just to make it a little bit more fancy. And then we also, here's how they'll come. They come in a little bag here. And then this one has kind of more of a traditional scallop shell to it. And then I'm going to show you the brand new power beads in just a second. So stay tuned. Isn't that pretty? So it has like a little bit of a white wash over it. And then there's the back side there. So check those out. Those are all $60. Again, shipping and handling included. And there's 3 different necklaces that are brand new from Grit and Grace that you can check out, especially if you do love that coastal motif. All right, let me just show you the brand new power beads by Jen. Because speaking of seashells, here's one of them. Are you ready? Da, 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 da. All right, so this first one is the icy blue agate. This is the Power Beads Petite, so it's the 10 millimeter size. It's faceted icy blue agate, and just like we have a little shell with a pearl here, we have a little shell with a pearl there. So icy blue agate, so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love this one so much. So feminine, so beautiful, so happy. It just made me smile when I saw it. I love the color of the agate here. I love the reflection. I love the shimmer. It's like the way the water just shimmers on a sunny day. And then look at the magic. Not only did you find a shell, but it has a little pearl too. So super pretty. Okay, so that one is brand new. And while you'll see a lot of great designs from Jen and Power Beads by Jen, if you ever go to her website, I hope you'll go check it out too. The combinations that she does for us at Just Jill are just for Just Jill. So you might see her use this charm on something else, but she doesn't use it on the same beads. So we rarely, I think maybe one time, I was like, it's perfect the way it is. Do you mind if I carry that one too? And she was like, no, go ahead. But for the most part, we really try to come up with unique versions, finding the right beads first, and then what charm do we put with it? Or sometimes it's we find this great charm, and then what beads are we going to put with it? But this one, the icy blue, I just love the icy blue agate. And then with the white of that shell and that pearl, it's so good. These come in 3 sizes. So small is if you would normally wear like a 6 to a 6.5 inch bracelet. The average is 6 3/4 to 7 1/4, and the large is 7.5 to 8 inches. They are a stretch bracelet. These are all genuine, natural of origin beads. These are not plastic. These are not glass. So it's genuine gemstone beads. Brenda said the pearl blue agate shell bracelet, absolutely fabulous. I know, I agree. It's so good. So good, so good. Sweet Caroline. All right, next one. It's called Springtime Agate. All right. And the Springtime Agate has some pink and some periwinkle and some white and a pretty enameled bloom. So look how pretty that is. So if you love the pastels, pastel pink, lavender, light blue, lilac, periwinkle, sky blue, bleach denim, right? Look how pretty those beads are. So these again are all an agate. They're really great because they're super durable stone and they just feel so good. These are all smooth. And then the charm on that one is this pretty pink enameled flower. Just so pretty. All right. And then the one thing I was going to say to you is you want to roll these on. Don't stretch to pull it off, because then you're going to have, bead palooza everywhere. You're going to want to just roll it on and roll it off. and they just are so great. So great. All right, so springtime agate with your pink flower, icy blue agate with your shell, and then these are the 10 millimeter size beads. But a lot of you have said, why don't you do any of the larger 12 millimeter beads anymore? And so we thought for this time of year, when you might be wearing short sleeves and wanting to make a statement with a little bit bolder, we brought 2 new bracelets, which we haven't done in ages, in the original 12 millimeter size. And I will say that the 12 millimeter size is still smaller than what Jen offers on her site, where her classic size is 14 millimeter. All the boutiques around here where I live, Jen's local to Chester County, Pennsylvania, they all carry those bigger 14 millimeter size. And when I started working with Jen, I said, could we just go a little bit smaller? And then all of you said, could you go even smaller still? So when we call power beads petites, that's a 10 millimeter bead. What I'm going to show you next are 12 millimeters. So we have a matte. So this is kind of cool. A matte bead. So again, not shiny, but a matte finish on the bead in what's called Caribbean agate. Like, look how gorgeous. And then we did this wonderful, this is one of my favorite charms. This is our enameled wave charm. And I just want to put this on my wrist so you can see, maybe you're not stacking with this size. Maybe one is enough. And at first, if you've never worn a bracelet like this before, you're going to be like, I think it's a little big. But I would just say, give it a couple days. Because when we did our very first Power Beads by Jen bracelet, which was our classic blue, I worried, is it going to be too big? And then I fell in love with it. Like you just start to love it so much, you forget about the size. So if you do love these aqua tones, if you love these beachy tones, if you love chunky bracelets, like this is going to be the one for you. And you can see there's all kinds of highs and lows. Everyone will be slightly different. There's, again, these are not painted. These are natural stones. But look at all those beautiful, like all the shades you would see on a tropical vacation, right? So there's that one. Then we have this new white one, which is what we call our creamy white. This is howlite, okay? But the howlite, I just want you to see that Jen gets has a little bit more of like a neutral matrix running through it, as opposed to what you often sometimes see, and it's a gray matrix. So this is more of that, the same way with turquoise. Sometimes you see more of a black matrix. Sometimes you see more of a golden brown. This is a little bit more of a soft golden brown matrix running through. It's very subtle. And for summertime, we did the cutest little flip-flop. Do you see it with the pink flower? Isn't that so fun for a girls' trip? Wouldn't you all love that? And this white bracelet is going to be as friendly to your wardrobe as your favorite pair of white jeans or shorts. Like if you wear white jeans, I know I do in the summertime, when in doubt, throw on white jeans and a top or a blazer or whatever. They all work. It just works. White just works. So here's this fun bracelet. I mean, even look with my pink jacket. This is Kim Gravel, by the way. It's her cute eyelet jacket. And so look how cute, just that white bracelet with all the bright color, just fun to wear. So that's 12 millimeter. And then last but not least, all right, I'm going to go back now to the petite size. But for all of you gals out there and for all that you do, why not be the queen bee? And so we have a queen bee charm. Do you see it? It's a little bee and there's a little crown. Isn't that awesome? So who is the queen in your life? Or if you just need a little reminder that it's good to be queen, get it for yourself. And this is what's called pink mosaic agate. And so the pink color, I just wanted you to see, like, even against a super bright pink, it's really neutral. It's a very, it's not a peachy pink. It's almost a little bit like, do you know what angel skin coral looks like? But it's more saturated than that. And then I just want to make sure, because some of you are going to be all in on this and some of you won't like it because you don't always like things that are irregular. So I just like to point it out. I want you to see the type of striations and flecks that might be going on in this agate. Okay. They're sort of brown and golden tones. But I was looking earlier and I was like, oh my gosh, there's even some here. Like, see that there? That's like a little iridescent. So it's a really unique agate, this mosaic agate. It has all kinds of things like running through. Some of them are a little bit cleaner than others, but I think with this sort of golden brown running through it, this beautiful sort of antiqued bee works perfect with it. When I first saw it, I was like, I don't know about those beads. And then when they put the charm with it, I'm like, okay, I'm obsessed with it. Like, I love the way it looks together. And of course, if you want to wear things together, like you could put those two together. Now you've got your little flip flop and you've got your queen bee, right? If you wanted to wear this next to the spring version, look how you could layer those two together if you wanted to. Like, there's no reason why you can't. If you want to go sparkly, shimmery and queen bee, why not wear those two together? If you have our classic Sodalite Just Jill heart bracelet, that, you know, the reason we started there was because I wanted to do something that was like denim. Amazing with this. If you have tiger's eye, great with this. But I just want you to see, like, just because it's not a hot pink doesn't mean you can't wear it with a lot of your pink tones. Wear it with pinks, wear it with peaches, wear it with corals. It'll work with lavender. Actually would look really great with Kelly green. There's a lot of Kelly green out there, but I love the idea of that queen bee that's just, you know, kind of just hanging out there. And it's just, you know, again, the queen is the queen. Everybody serves the queen bee. All right. One little last thing that I forgot to talk about earlier when we were talking about, can you put the shell and Caribbean bracelet together? Oh, Kim, let me do that for you. Why, yes, I can. They are beautiful together. Look. Look at how pretty that is. So you've got the bigger matte Caribbean agate, 12 millimeter, and then you have the faceted icy blue agate with the shell, which is 10 millimeter. Aren't those great? Yes, they are. They're awesome. All right, so those are all brand new. Can Grit and Grace oyster shells be used like a spoon rest? Can they be hand washed? Yes and yes, they can. They can be hand washed. There is a protective finish over the shell that you can wipe clean. Yes. Aren't they so pretty? Love them. All right, one last thing real quickly. Kind of like, let's rewind for 1 second back to when we were talking about garden items. One other item that we brought in this year that we'd never done before was a rain chain. Because I love rain chains when you see them hanging off the side of a house or on your porch. And when the rain falls, the idea is the rain creates this beautiful kind of trickle, almost like the way a waterfall sort of mesmerizes you, or a little, you know, trickling stream. You just look at it. So that's the idea of a rain chain, that as the rain starts to fall, it has something to sort of trickle its way down. I don't know what it is with all the hand movements tonight. But here, I just wanted to show you, because again, I love this, and it's a great piece. We did these rain chains this year, and it's kind of this rustic look in a heart. Each one is almost like a little mini bucket, if you will, but you'll see that there's like little openings where they can go from one into another. Some of them might drip out the side, but the idea is it's dripping down, dripping down, dripping down, dripping down, and you've got this beautiful cascading heart going all the way down. So I love the idea of a rain chain. The other thing I wanted to tell you is, if you don't have a place to hang this next to your house, but you do have a place that you could use an S-hook out on a tree, you can still get the same effect of that sort of gentle rain trickle from putting this out on a tree or on a large, long, or a tall shepherd's hook. It doesn't have to just be, you know, near the side of your house. A lot of people put them on the side of the house, kind of close to where their gutters and things are. But if you want to hang it somewhere else, certainly you can do that. Really, really pretty. I love the rustic look of these. And I don't know, I just think there's something sweet about seeing hearts all in a line, especially because, we love hearts at Just Jill. It symbolizes the heart of the home. So that's our heart rain chain. Be sure to check that out when you have a second, because that's kind of a cool, different thing that we brought to our garden assortment. All right, before we go, I always like to see, do you have any questions? Are there any things I can help you with? What can we be doing better? Donna said, I love the German pewter cherry blossom tree. Very substantial. Thanks. Thank you, Donna. Those are very special pieces. I'm so glad you're enjoying that. I love knowing what you all are loving. So just got some juice. I was on my last bottle and didn't know you carried it. So happy. Oh, great, Erica. Yeah, be sure to check out if you're, looking for a refresh for your hair. We're going to try to get Maria McCool on sometime this month, but we do have our juice duo. You can get the shampoo and conditioner, or you can do a shampoo duo. We have a great price on that. Again, shipping and handling included. Plus, we do carry Callista styling products as well. As far as things coming down the pike, we have some exciting things that are going to be happening in the next couple of months here at Just Jill. A couple major brands that we're talking to. Hopefully that's all going to work out. Adding some new beauty brands to the mix. So we're excited about that too. So should be, the next couple of months at Just Jill, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to be bringing in some more special guests. I don't know if this is jinxing me or if it's going to hold me to do it, but I am starting to do some work on putting together a podcast, which is kind of exciting. Still a lot of work, probably won't launch for a while, but it's in progress. So that's pretty cool. And, we're going to feature a lot of different people. I laugh and say I've sort of had a Forrest Gump life. I've crossed paths with a lot of really unique people. I've been privileged to hear a lot of people's unique stories. And there are a lot of unique people that I know that may not be famous or well known, but they have great stories to tell. So that's what I'm excited about. So we're doing some work to do that too. So that's kind of cool. So if you are a podcast lover, I will look to you for some advice on what you think makes a good podcast and what doesn't. And if you aren't, I hope when you start listening, maybe you'll start listening to Just Jill. Well, thank you to those of you who are so supportive. Thank you. Thank you. It's still a little ways off. So, because I have so much free time in my life. As Kylie and I are getting ready to get up in the morning, super wicked early to make a trek down to the beach to do some work and do all these things. But anyway, we love it. We love to do it because we love to do it for you. And because I love my community here so much. You're just fantastic. Joan says, looking pretty in that pink jacket. Thank you. Megan has the link for this. If you guys are like looking, it's really lightweight. I wanted something for a pop of pink, and I happened to see this is on QVC, and it's by Kim Cravell, and Megan can put the link up there for you. It's lightweight, it's eyelet on the front, and then it has like that stretch material on the sleeves, which is great, and then across the back too. So I think it's a good one. I like it. I'm in the size medium. Karen said, these lives are always a highlight of my week. Thanks, Jill and team. Thank you, Karen. Oh my gosh. Well, we appreciate you being here. Listen, there's so many choices out there on how you all can spend your time, and you all work hard, and, you're trying to do your thing and provide for your family. But if we can, put a little sunshine in your day, if you can have a little me time and spend it with us, we are grateful and honored. Frankly, we're very honored that you choose to spend time with us here at Just Jill. So I'm going to sign off. Thanks for being here tonight, everybody. Head on over, check out all the cool things that we have going on. As you know, throughout the week, we always throw different sales and things up here and there. And let's do our drawing. All right. Thank you, Megan, for putting that up there to help me remember we needed to do that. So hopefully everybody, had a comment. And if you put in your comment, your name will pop up and you will get a really beautiful Gloria, we have a super sweet cardinal wind chime for you. And Megan will get in touch with you. We'll get your address and we'll send that out to you, and hope that you enjoy that. So thanks everybody for being here tonight. Love y'all so much. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.